Did he really cave that fast? He caved in 2 seconds flat. I just put the video up. So you saw how like Temu, Shein, etc. They are showing how much of the price increases and shipping and all of that is due to the tariffs, darling. Amazon said, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to list it because why should I take the hit for you? And the superior feelings of grandpa in charge, he started toilet twatting. How dare you? My feelings, my strong superior feelings. How dare you tell people that I'm to blame for all these increases? You're not allowed to do that. That should be illegal. Anything that makes me feel bad is illegal. Superior. Woo! And down like a house of cards. Okay, so, but it's helping me to understand why so many of y'all are still reluctant to say or do anything. For some reason, even if it is the most incompetent, inferior white dude you could possibly deal with, you're still afraid of standing up to one of them compared to anyone else. If it was Ms. Ma'am doing this, if it was Obama, hell, even if it was Biden, I feel like less people would run to set everything ablaze if it was him because he's still a white dude, but they would complain very loudly. However, if it was someone of color, darling, y'all would not wait more than 2 seconds to go in there and handle it yourselves. You want to know why? Here's the kicker. I'm gonna hold your hand when we say this. I hope you washed it. I hope you washed it. Now, the fact that if it was someone of color doing this and you would have no problem running to the Capitol with pitchforks and tiki torches to write it for yourself, and the fact that you are trying to convince us that we need to stay calm and peaceful because it's this one, we need to handle it the most peaceful way possible. But if it was someone else, we need to overthrow. Do you understand? Do you understand the mental block? You understand that inherent level of superiority that a lot of folks still don't want to acknowledge? I haven't dug into this Unfuck America tour thing because I don't really care. But from what I understand, it was yet the same problem that we see again and again, which is a couple of these folks wanting to do the right thing, but shutting out these voices because they have to stay in control of it. They have to be the face of it. They have to own the narrative of it. They don't want to listen to us. In our local rounds, okay, we had people backing for school board seats and city council seats. A lot of the people on our side lost because the folks running the campaigns weren't listening to us. It was a bunch of these guys and they had to be the face of it. They had to control the narrative of it. They had to be the ones to, and they lost because they didn't listen to us. They shut us out because they knew better and they lost. It's not funny. It's not funny. So you're seeing it again. You're seeing it in real time. Everyone being afraid simply because it's grandpa. Like, catch up. I need you to shake that off, okay? And for those who are asking, how come I am not doing so much, or what else am I doing? Because I'm starting to see that in the comments coming from the same people who are going, you know, the only way to handle this is with continued peaceful protests. That's the only way change is going to happen. Anything else is going to fail. Don't question me. I'm definitely not a sleeper agent in here telling you guys to stay peaceful and don't make a ruckus. Right? Because throughout history, that's how it's worked, right? We got independence from Britain because we were singing Kumbaya. That's what happened. But look, here's the thing I also want to lay out for why so many of us have exited the conversation and are busy learning new line dances with fans instead of dealing with any of this. Because number one, the disenfranchisement that is happening, we have already been dealing with. Okay, the two-teethers convinced themselves that blacks were getting so many benefits from the government. We weren't. It was white women getting all the benefits. So they're taking it away. It's not really hitting us the way it's hitting y'all. It's hitting us some, not like I said, nothing we aren't already used to. So that's why we're dancing, okay? We're not talking to you guys about this anymore because we told you and you didn't listen. And I know by you, I don't mean my followers, you know, the yous that I'm talking to, okay? You opted for the worst possible option because the idea of a well-qualified woman of color was still too scary. You're afraid that if you are considered a minority in this country, that we're going to rise up and treat you all the way you always treated us. That's the real fear. So you're working to avoid your karma at all costs. And we have no plans of doing that, by the way. That's not our plan. But y'all are so afraid of it because of what you've done, the things you don't want to acknowledge, that you're willing to trade everything. And that's exactly what you did. In 100 days, This country has been destroyed in terms of reputation, in terms of trade deals, contracts with other countries, our relationships. These other countries aren't flip-floppy. They're done with us because we've been proven to be disloyal. We don't hold our word. We're going against our own people. We're committing crimes against other countries. Like, they're not fucking with us, and it's not something that's going to be fixed it's going to take a generation or two to fix it. All right. We were brought here against our will to do the work. We built everything. And then once we were freed, you got mad at us for no longer working for free and started calling us lazy. Now you're actively dismantling in 100 days, dismantled everything that not just us, but every person that was used to build this country, the indigenous persons, the Chinese folks, us, every person they used to build this country. They're now telling us that we all need to get the fuck out because it's for them after we did all the work, after our blood and bones are in the ground, in the buildings, under the train tracks. We're the ones who sacrificed. And now you're like, so what else are you guys gonna do to help save us from the decision we made for ourselves because we didn't want you in control, but we want you helping us keep this mess under control that we made. No power for you, but you better be willing to help us with what we've done to ourselves. You get it now? You get it now? That's why we're line dancing, or most of us. So the fact that I'm even talking at all and trying to encourage folks, I mean, if that's not enough for you, I can go line dance.